Jones. He's on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders coming up next.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all-division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And typically they mean something, not a lot of coasting as people head towards the playoffs. But I do have to ask, January 7th, is it too late to say it? We're kind of right on the borderline, aren't we, about Happy New Year? Because that always seems to be the subject of debate.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's pulled in at the 32. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Cowboys at 5-11 on the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Richardson on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He was trying to find Mo Alley-Cox as tight end, and it's 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. You look at this Cowboy defense, and they've been dreadful. And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Powell from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. You talk about this Washington defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Julio Jones, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Powell. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off-play action. It's Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. A good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again, and he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Flushed out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Washington offense set to take over again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, Howell now. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves.
There he goes, right side. He may go. Jihad Datson. Touchdown, Washington. Jihad Datson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are back within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Howell. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Micah Parsons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And they cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Howell. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. On third down, Robinson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but the chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. The pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that was sending it back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On third down, here's Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Richardson to throw off play action. Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll kick things off with the twice-yearly.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Now, 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
Okay, ready? Roll, roll, roll! Hurt, hurt! Right there, hurt!
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
A give to Pollard running left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game. And a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it,
There's no option.
there's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Kill.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. Shoves him aside. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 34 yards there and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
Still first down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Now Richardson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. From the 43, here's second down and 5. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now he'll look to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want. Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 145 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Check pass.
First down, and it's Pollard again. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Anthony Richardson from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember, the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And this offense on third down today, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Well, the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Richardson on 3rd and short. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Commanders' offense set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We see, and the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll pitch this out to Pollard. Down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems big.
Touchdown! Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Cowboys up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Here's a diving catch right side. 24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They go play action with Richardson. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
A loss of 4 yards brings up 3rd.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Cowboys, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a somewhat disappointing season as they'll wind up at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.